Over the course of this programme, we have delved into a myriad of different and complex subjects, expanded our knowledge of key topics around equity, diversity and inclusion. We have also deepened our understanding of some of the challenges and initiatives happening in the social impact investment sector. Moving forward, the focus in this module will be all about enabling you to reflect on the road travelled as well as the road ahead. But let's just take a moment to pause and take stock of the breadth and the extent of the topics we've covered together so far. In Module 1, we started by building the foundations of our knowledge and understanding around the key concepts. We explored what equality, diversity and inclusion each means, how they differ and the unique roles they play. Equality is about ensuring everyone has the same opportunities and rights, and at the same time equity focuses on fairness and providing varying levels of support based on individual needs to achieve greater equality of outcomes. Diversity is about recognising and valuing the differences amongst people. Inclusion, on the other hand, is about creating environments where everyone feels welcome and valued. And understanding these concepts also involves acknowledging their limitations and the challenges in implementing them effectively. Additionally, we explored the Equality Act and its role in protecting against discrimination. In Module 2, we delved into what oppression is and how systems of oppression operate at 3 levels: internalised, interpersonal and institutionalised. We explored some of the key systems of oppression, their history and background. We also discussed responses to these systems, including intersectionality and social mobility. By making the connection between these systems and equity, diversity and inclusion, we understood how historical oppression has created the imbalances we can see today in the social impact investment sector. This module has helped us to grasp understanding of the deeper roots of inequality and the importance of addressing them to foster a more inclusive environment. It's important to note that there are other systems of oppression we did not cover as part of this programme, and this is where additional reading and learning beyond can continue to build insight and understanding. In Module 3, we covered the various types of bias: implicit, explicit, organisational and systemic. Understanding these biases is essential for creating a truly inclusive environment. Implicit biases, often unconscious, can influence our perceptions and decisions, leading to exclusionary behaviours. Explicit biases, on the other hand, are conscious beliefs that can result in overt acts of prejudice. Organisational bias refers to the inequalities embedded within structures and policies. By recognising and addressing these, we can create fairer and more inclusive spaces where everyone feels valued and respected. We also looked at different types of power, such as legitimate, informational, expert and coercive, and how these influence interactions and outcomes within organisations and communities. We explored the concept of privilege, which refers to unearned advantages granted by societal norms or structures, and how it can shape our perceptions, behaviour and decision making in the workplace. Finally, we discussed positionality, which recognises the influence of social, economic and cultural context on an individual's perspectives and experiences. By examining our own privilege and positionality, we can better understand systemic inequalities and work towards dismantling oppression. In Module 4, we explored the history of some of the social change movements and the different types of movements that have shaped our world. We learnt about movement building, about advocacy and allyship, diving into the 4 steps of allyship to understand how to support others effectively. We also looked at various tools for tackling and addressing oppression, giving us practical strategies to make a difference. We discussed the bystander effect and how to overcome it, empowering us to take action rather than stay passive when witnessing injustice. And lastly, we focused on allyship in the workplace, learning how to create supportive and inclusive environments for everyone. This module was all about understanding the power of individual and collective action and how each of us can contribute to social change. In the 5th module, we focused on the concepts that can support you to become a more inclusive peer and leader. We delved into the subject of lived experience, understanding what it is and what it isn't. We explored knowledge equity, discussing how we value different types of knowledge and ensuring fairness and access to information. We also covered language, what exclusive language looks like, and how to approach using inclusive language in our daily interactions. We looked at important ways for creating inclusive workplaces and building resilience, such as psychological safety. In our penultimate module, Module 6, we focus on developing next steps for unlearning, learning and relearning at an individual, organisational and sector-wide level.